now, according to reports, Blake Griffin will reportedly undergo minor knee surgery on his right knee in the coming days. Griffin is expected to return at some point in January. Dylan, when you look at the Clippers, they took an L today. What type of impact do you think it might have, them trying to play without Griffin for a few weeks or so?
Enormous impact. I know last year, this is sort of the Blake Griffin suspension/injury, really where the Clippers kind of found themselves. So it's hard to say that the impact it's going to have is one that's going to be purely negative. They're going to fall out of the top of the Western Conference standings in that top tier that they're in, and they're going to fade away, and this is going to ruin their season. Certainly not. There's enough talent on this team, even without Blake Griffin. But I think when you look at Blake Griffin's stats, really beyond the numbers, when you watch Blake Griffin play this year, this is one of the best, if not the best years of his career. The way he's passing the ball, the way he's upped his assist numbers, the way he's continued to show us the evolution of his offensive game. I really, really have respect for the work that Blake Griffin's put in. He's kind of put to bed those rumors and murmurs of the fact that he's weak, you can bully him, that kind of stuff. Anytime you're going to take one of the top, 20 players in the NBA and pluck them off the team, that's going to have major impact.
And you talk about a big three. It's Blake, it's DeAndre, and Chris Paul. Mm-hmm. You pull away one of your big three, the team is not going to be the same. That's the core. That's who this team is built around.
Without a doubt. Personality-wise, he's a gregarious guy who really is someone who leads this team both on the court and from a leadership standpoint along with those other two guys. But think about it, too, even just from a rotation standpoint.
Absolutely.
Now DeAndre, late in games, you don't have Blake Griffin, who's a good shooter, good foul shooter. Now, all of a sudden, you're a little shorter as far as your rotations of your front court. Now it's like, damn, I was going to pull DeAndre because he can't make a free throw worth a damn. I got to keep him out there. Does that compromise the Clippers' ability to win tight games late in games where, they're down a point, they're up 3 points, a little hack of DeAndre comes into play, you can't take him out because Blake's not there. So this is going to have an impact on the team. The fact that it's minor knee surgery doesn't really scare me for when he comes back. Is he going to be a changed player? Okay. From everything I've read, this is something that it just needs a little bit of time.
No big deal. No big deal. We don't start to think about Blake as kind of being injury prone because obviously, he had the injury last year. It was the broken hand where he hit the guy, but I think he already had an injury or had maybe some knee injuries, hamstring.
I think it was a hamstring.
Some type of leg injury, so to speak. Now this minor knee injury. We know like his rookie season, he busted up his foot, so he missed his first year. So do we start to maybe put him in that category of injury prone guys? I'm pretty sure he's never played 82 games.
Few do. To be honest, I'm not ready to put him there yet. Is he inching closer? Sure. Is he on the on-deck circle for a guy that with one more injury, you start to worry about the wear and tear and the breakdown of, especially because he's an athletic guy.
For
he's a guy we think of above the rim. If he does, in my mind, if that happens and he's bumped into that class that you're talking about, well, how does he redefine his game? Yep. And that's something that we've had to talk about with Derrick Rose and other explosive guys that lost the explosion. So I'm not ready to do that just yet, especially because, look, hamstrings, they go sometimes. There was the foot. Now it's kind of the knee. It's not been the same nagging injury. A lot of times with big men, you see the foot. We saw it with Yao Ming and Embiid, different guys with the foot injuries, same old injuries. It's not that situation. With the hand last year, it was freak. He punched the trainer and, whatever it was, and he winds up breaking his hand. I think he's okay. I think this team's going to be okay. They're going to have to step it up, and DeAndre's going to have to just extra reps on the free throw line in practice and know that he's going to be asked to play more minutes, as well as those guys that are behind him in the rotation of front court players for the Clippers on the bench.